Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Sprinkles Kisses for Kids.
Today. I will read a book to you named Pecos Bill Tames a Colossal Cyclone. Long ago, in the Old West, cowboy raised cattle on the open land. These cowboys were always on the move. They ate and slept outdoors. They had each other for family. Their lives were exciting and free, but hard too. To help forget about their troubles, the cowboy told stories around a campfire each and every night. They told about the amazing adventures of the greatest cowboys. The truth was not important, only great stories were. Many of these tall tales featured a cowboy who was stronger than any other. He was faster and smarter too. He came to be known as Pecos Bill. According to the stories, Pecos Bill was the greatest cowboy ever. He was an American hero. The tale of Pecos Bill begins when Bill was just a young'un. Why? He was no taller than the prairie grass. He lived in Texas with his ma and pa and 17 brothers and sisters. To keep track of her brood, Bill's ma gave all of them a star tattoo on one arm. Now, Bill's ma and pa were always moving. They'll pack up their things, pots, pans, young'uns, and stuff the whole lot of things in a covered wagon. Off they go, following the western setting sun. This here particular summer, they were crossing the Pecos River into West Texas. Their wagon hit a bump and went kerthump. Next thing you know, Bill went, oh woof. Little feller done flew right off the wagon. Course, with all them nosy young'uns in the wagon, nobody even noticed. His family gone. Bill laid next to the river, quiet as a sleeping mouse. Before long, an old coyote called Grandy happened along. Old Grandy got to thinking he should take his human feller home with him, and so he did. The coyotes fed Bill coyote milk. It gave him the strength and wisdom of the wild. They taught Bill to run and hunt. Soon enough, Bill grew into the strongest boy that ever lived. There was just one catch. Bill thought he was a coyote. One day when Bill was nearly grown, a feller named Chuck came along. "Ooh-wee," he said, "a person who thinks he's a coyote." Chuck watched this coyote feller run faster than the fastest horse. The feller could split wood with his bare hands. He could talk to varmints in their own language. "Hot gravy," Chuck shouted when he saw Bill's star tattoo. "You're my long-lost brother, Bill." Chuck introduced Pecos Bill to his cowhand friends. They taught Bill to be a cowboy, and Bill was a right fast learner. He was smart as a whip and as cunning as a coyote. Soon, tales of Pecos Bill's amazing deeds spread far and wide. Pecos Bill could lasso a herd of cattle in one throw. Pecos Bill could rope a bald eagle from the sky. Pecos Bill whipped a 12-foot snake, and he kept it as a pet. One long, hot summer, the desert got drier than a burnt biscuit. Every living creature was thirsty. Pecos Bill decided to lasso the Rio Grande River and wet the land. That helped for a while, but then the land dried up again. Soon, Pecos Bill saw the sky turn green like a big old pot of pea soup. In the distance, a giant cyclone was sucking up the earth. This cyclone was monstrous.
"Oh no,"
said Bill.
"That's coming our way."
The cattle brayed in fear, and the horses were about scared out of their horseshoes. The cowboys gathered up livestock and herded them away. Dirt, rocks, critters, and even houses scattered in the darkening sky. The iron teapot got caught up in the cyclone and was spit back down inside out. Pecos Bill had to think fast. He saddled up his horse and rode right for the cyclone. His lasso whipped into the air. As the cyclone drew near, Bill fired his rope at the top of the funnel. He lassoed that cyclone, but it yanked old Bill right off of his horse. Oh, that cyclone was a right handful. It bucked like a wild stallion, but it couldn't throw Bill. It roared into the mountains and ripped them from the earth. It tore across New Mexico, pulling up trees. The cyclone whipped up its speed, but Bill just smiled. Next, the cyclone ragged across Arizona, tearing a giant hole into the earth. Do you think Pecos Bill let go of that pesky thing? You can bet your breakfast that he did not. He held on tighter than a rattlesnake holds his rattle. Well, that was enough for the cyclone. Worn out and broken down, it slowed its spinning. Then it poured rain into the hole it had carved. The huge rush of water formed the Colorado River. That hole later became the Grand Canyon. The cyclone petered out. Pecos Bill saw that he was going to fall. So he leaped as high as he could. When he landed in the desert, his body went kerplump. His crash made a huge hole. Today, the hole is known as Death Valley. When Bill awoke, the coyotes had saved him, just as they had when he was a youngin'. Them rascals licked his wounds and kept him safe. They fed him coyote milk. When he was ready, They helped him find his men.
Hot gravy,
said Chuck when Pecos Bill came home.
I am glad to see you again.
Bill roped a steer and said, Brother, my adventures are just beginning. The end. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please continue to thumbs up and share all of my videos so I can read to you another day. Until next time, see you soon.